Hi and welcome to the channel. So this is the second part of this video, and if you have watched the first part, this is the second part. If you haven't yet watched the first part, you can go ahead to check that out because it will serve as a guide to understand what we'll be doing in the rest of this video. So at the last part of this video, we cut out our back pattern. Now you'll be placing your back pattern to your front with your front pattern, and you're going to sew it up. So let's just say we are sewing our corset and this is us sewing it, and you're going to be sewing this with 1/2 inch. And when you're sewing it, you want to go ahead to join it at the front part of your dress. You'll be joining it at the front part of your dress this way, because you're going to trim out the excess you're going to have in front. That is, the excess I mean is the 1/2 inch that you use in joining it. You're going to go ahead to trim off the 1/2 inch like I said, and you're going to be joining it at the front part. Now you're going to sew a boning channel on this by the side of the dress to cover up this joining. And the reason why you're joining this at the front part is to have a neat finishing at the back of your corset. You don't want to have any cutting or joining there. Just like I said in our previous video, our back pattern is in two phases. That is the part that has the lacing bar and the part that has the zipper. Now the part that has the zipper is shorter than the part that has the lacing bar area. So why we're starting this one at the waistline is because that part will be the part we join to the skirt part of our dress. You're going to join this to the skirt part of your dress, and just like when you're sewing an inbuilt corset, you after sewing your inbuilt corset, you wear it and put on your skirt, and your skirt starts at your waistline. So that is why this mesh at the back will start at the half length of your dress. So now I'll go ahead to mark my bust circumference divided by 4, add 1/2 inch for sewing allowance, mark my waist circumference divided by 4 and add 1/2 inch. So you can also add that to this by sewing it out, but since it's a mesh, for me I don't like adding half, because I just want my mesh or corset mesh, whatever you're using, to be clear. Now you're going to use this front pattern, the neckline, as a guide to draw this out. All you're going to do is to place this, and you're going to go ahead to trace out the armhole. You're also going to make sure that this aligns at the armhole. And after you're done doing that, so this is what I have at this point, and I'm going to go ahead to use my marker to mark it out to make it more visible for you to see. So after I'm done marking this, now I'll just go ahead to mark out my basic neckline of 3 inches, and for the neckline at the back is a bit high, so you can use 1 inch or 1.5 inches. So now I'll extend this going down to the zipper area of the dress. So you can create this little loop here, or you can just leave it. Just that after you're done sewing, that part will still have that opening at the back part, because you'll be sewing in the allowance this part of the dress. So after I'm done doing this right now, I'll mark 1/2 inch. This is to get rid of the bulginess at the back of the dress. You want the dress to be flat at the back of the dress. And after this, I'll just go in and I will cut this out. Anything I thought where you talk, I go do. Me, I know they see another girl for my visuals. Loving you, now my ritual. So after I'm done cutting, this is what I have, and you can see or notice that little loop. So now what you're going to do is you're going to attach this part to your skirt. So this is like the mesh part that has a zipper. Now this part, you're going to attach it to your skirt. You're going to cut out your skirt and the lining, and you're going to turn it up. So this is just a pattern I cut out that will be serving as the skirt. So the waistline, the snatched waistline you use for your pattern, that is what you use for the waistline of the skirt. So I went in by 1/2 inch, and I'll trim this off. This is to make the skirt relax very well at the zipper area. Now you're going to attach this part of your skirt to the upper part. So you're going to go ahead and stitch your skirt just like you normally stitch your skirt. So there are several methods to this. You can actually stitch your skirt, place the mesh on it and hand stitch and use beads to cover it, or you can place the mesh in between your skirt and lining, turn it up to be neat. So whichever method that comes out easy for you or is easy for you to use, go ahead to do that. So I've pinned up the zipper allowance just like you sew up your skirt at the lower part. Now I'll be using my tape to tape the skirt and the upper part just as if we are sewing this dress. So now after you're done doing that, you want to go ahead and attach your zip to the back pattern of the dress. So I'll label this as mesh. This is the mesh part that has the zipper. So when you're attaching this, you don't just use any type of zip. An invisible zip, probably a big head, is okay. So you don't just use any type of zipper for this also. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin this down just as if you're sewing your zipper to the back part of your dress.
She got my back, I'm happy that say everything I do is for my woman. Anything I thought when you talk, I go do. Me, I know they see another girl for my visuals. Loving you, now in my ritual.
So your zipper should also stop at the chest line, leaving the upper part open. So this is it after I'm done attaching the zipper to this part of the dress. So after this, you'll be attaching your yoke, and for your yoke you'll be cutting out 2 pieces, which you go ahead to turn the neckline. So for this other back mesh, you're also going to turn it. You're going to cut out 2 pieces, turn the neckline, the armhole. For this part also, you turn the neckline, the armhole, but you'll be leaving the lower part because you're going to turn it or flip it to the right side with that part. All you're going to do is to top stitch at the end and also add 1/2 inch at the plunging neckline part of the dress. That is the upper part of the cup and the part that sits after your under bust. Now you're going to place your yoke at the front and your yoke at the back together, and you're going to join it with 1/2 inch and then cut out the excess. So after this, you want to go ahead to attach your skirt to the front part of your skirt to the back part of your skirt. So I'll use this pattern and it will serve as the front part of my skirt also. So when cutting the front part of your skirt also, the waistline you will use is the snatched waistline. Remember, for this pattern I took out 4 inches. If you want to take out 4 inches or 3 inches, also go ahead to do this, but you're going to use that waistline to cut out your skirt, and I'm going to go ahead to tape it up together just as if I shaped my dress. So the next thing you're going to do now is to put on this corset part. Your client is going to put it on, or you're going to pin it to your pinnable mannequin. So I don't have a pinnable mannequin. I'm just going to make use of what I have, and actually my mannequin is a bit bigger than me, but I'll just go ahead to place it and tape it up just to show you an illustration of how you're going to do this. So after you're done doing this, go ahead to wear this part of your dress. So this is a pattern paper I'm using, and it can't really pass through the hip of the dress, so I'm just going to use my tape to hold it down to make it look as the dress is on the mannequin. And also make sure that the waistline of the skirt is on the waistline of your inbuilt corset, both at the front and at the back of the dress. So this is what you're going to do now. So for this yoke part, remember, just like I said, you're going to add 1/2 inch. Now you're going to place it and you're going to start pinning it. If you notice at the thumbnail of the dress that we have stitches here, you're going to untack it, but they used beading to cover that part. You're going to go ahead to pin it just like you are seeing now, and after pinning it by the side of the armhole also, you're going to pin it. So now at the side
on
of
social
this
media,
dress,
you're already feeling intimidated. You're
which
not
is the back part, you're going to pin in the 1/2 inch that you're going to have by the side on top of that boning channel that is at the side of the dress. So remember, like I said, when you join your corset, you're going to actually join it on top of the dress. You're going to create a boning channel there. Now this 1/2 inch by the side of the mesh, the joining allowance by the side of the mesh, you're going to go ahead to fold it in and you're going to hand tack it. You can hand tack it neatly or go ahead to use your bead to cover up that side. So with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. If you have any question, please also leave it at the comment section, and if you haven't yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button and join us in our next video. Thanks.